Hi, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. It is cleaning day for me, and honestly, it's not that bad in my room this week, which is very exciting. Mostly just my countertop has a bunch of stuff on it. I need to clean up the plant stuff because the tomatoes drop a lot of flowers in a week, so that the ones that didn't turn into tomatoes. So yeah, I just need to put away normal stuff. I also have my turtle over here. I don't know why he's on the counter, but that's where he ended up. And vacuum and just like clean my room and everything. Amazingly enough, not too much is on the floor this week, which yay, I'm very happy about that. And besides that, I would like to also maybe, I don't know, I see that there is a tomato ready on the plant right now, so I will get that later as well. I would like to maybe trim the entire tomato plant today. I don't know, I'm nervous, but I think it's time because the entire thing is starting to fall over from its weight. I can just see from how it was yesterday. Yeah, so I think I might also do that today. I don't know though, I'm very nervous. I just wanted to say good morning though right now, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a little bit with whatever I end up doing. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to say why I just finished this one and I need to open this one. I can't get this thing open, and this is not the first time that this has been a problem. Why is it so difficult to open these things? I have no idea. It's so frustrating. I'll get it, but it's just like I can't open it. Okay, we got it. I think we got it anyway. There we go. That was difficult. I almost had to ask Father to get it. I've had to before. It's only happened one other time, and I've had quite a few of these containers, but I got it open. I think the paper on here to keep it sealed, and fresh to make sure that it's closed, gets stuck underneath the lid, and it's just so tight that it can't open, but we got it. One more little thing with the protein powder. If you've had protein powder, it doesn't matter what kind it is, just make sure you keep the scoop measure thing. If you get the same kind and it's the same serving, make sure you keep the one from the container before so you don't have to dig and look for the thing, because usually it's completely buried in there and then you have to get covered in protein powder, and that's not the most pleasant thing. So yeah, make sure you keep the last one so you already have it and you don't have to dig for it, and then eventually you'll find the other one. But yeah, just a little tip that I have realized after a while. But anyway, I got it open, so now I'm gonna finally make my protein shake. Here is that little tomato I saw. There it is. Yay! But I am going to start trimming this plant a little bit, I think. I'm just gonna do like the, you see where there were tomatoes right here and a couple more starting to grow. I'm gonna trim stuff like that off before I get to like over here too. This is where a bunch of tomatoes grew, but now it's just an empty vine. I'm gonna trim those types of things off of the plant first, and then I'll see what it looks like, and then I will start trimming all of it down to the base. And it's gonna, sorry by the way if you don't like what roots look like, because that's what those are in this kind of center of the frame. Yeah, I'm very nervous but also very excited to do this. I mean, you can see there are some new leaves growing along the stems, but it's just too long and it's just falling over way too much. So yeah, I'm gonna start trimming this little one. I'll probably need bigger scissors than that to trim the main like branches, but like these parts of it, it'll probably be not strong enough. But for the little bits and the little leaves, it should be fine. So yeah, let's do this thing, little one. You're gonna do great, and you're probably gonna be much stronger and healthier soon. I accidentally broke this, but it's perfectly fine. There's not a single leaf on it, and I didn't even know that this was in there. So yeah, this is why the plant definitely needs to be trimmed, because it just has empty branches like this, and that is really not good for the plant. Also, I obviously cleaned the bathroom, and everything is all clean again, and I can see my countertop. The turtle is still over here, by the way, and these little ones are over here now. Oh, and I moved the zinnias. They're over here by the petunias. They're still doing good, but just in case you were wondering, they're still okay. I just moved them over here. I have the first piece trimmed, and this is why I needed to trim it. You see how long that piece is without any of the leaves growing on the lower stem? So, yeah, this was way too heavy, the poor dear. Hopefully this will help it. I'm gonna trim it all the way up and then put it into soil, but I need to get the rest of it before I do that. So first step is done. The entire thing is trimmed. This is the only little piece that's still on there. I will trim it off here in a second, but Yeah, that I'm sure feels much better. I am gonna see if I can try saving this as well and just put it in some soil, and I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. You never know. Tomatoes are pretty sturdy little plants, but there's one piece. Here's another one. That one's not too bad. This one is really bad, and then this one is also pretty leggy and really heavy on the top. So yeah, that one's definitely the worst, but I'm gonna trim these guys down and see how many plants I get out of them. I have the soil over here, and this has plant food in it, so I won't be using that currently, but I have the soil and I have the containers that I need. I don't know what size I'm going to use, so I brought both of them over. But yeah, this is actually kind of, oh, I forgot this one up here too. I have another one here with a very, very long vine. So I think this is the one that I showed you first. But yeah, very exciting to get this guy done. And that little one back there is also doing really well. I trimmed it a little bit. That way it can focus on its roots and some new leaves. All right, so yeah, I have a few tomato plants now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more here, and then this little one is going to be going back into the arrow garden. It had the most tomatoes still on it, so that's why I'm going to put it back in there. This one also had some tomatoes, but it should be okay. I just need to give all these guys a lot of water because when they're first getting used to soil, I have learned the more water, the better. Oh, and I have yellow on my hands. It's from the tomato oils just on the plants, so it's completely normal. It's just from them. But yeah, I have 6 more that I need to find a place for now. And also, I'm gonna get this little guy into here. I need to clean it off real quick because a lot of the tomato flowers and stuff fell on it. And I also need to get this plant out of here. Hopefully that won't be too big of a deal. I'm gonna clean out the entire water and everything here right now, so that way it's all fresh, but yeah, I need to get this thing out of here. Hopefully it won't be too big of a pain. I'll show you what the roots look like on it here in a second, but let me get that and I'm almost done. Oh yeah, and I need to vacuum again because I got soil on the floor. There's how the roots look on this plant. So as you can see, they're not looking the best either, apparently. I didn't realize they were getting so brown and kind of like moldy at the top. So this was needed. I am still gonna try and save this plant just to see if I can, but I'm gonna have to cut it at the base and put it into soil because I'm not going to be keeping any of these roots. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So I need to try and get all of this out of that tiny little container. So that's why I'm going to trim it here, probably right in the center of the screen. And then I'll have the plant free, and then the roots I'll just be able to probably, hopefully, push it through and down instead of trying to pull it up. This is the main plant now, by the way. I just repotted it in some soil. Hopefully he'll do well in here. You never know, but it's a little baby again. And also, I know I just showed some roots and I forgot to give a little bit of a warning that if you don't want to see that, look away. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that, but you're going to be seeing some more roots here in a second. I completely just took apart the little tray that everything is on. Okay, I'm going to show you, so fair warning, if you don't like seeing roots, there is going to be a lot. Apparently it was growing into the entire tray, so like this thing goes like this usually, so it's all one piece, and I saw that when I was pulling out the roots that it was growing into where the water comes out of. This was more necessary than I thought it was. I'm gonna be here for a little while because I need to fully remove everything from this. Yeah, this was, you had a lot of roots. I see why you were so healthy, but, yeah, wow. Okay, let me take care of this. We're making good progress. That's all clean. And this side is also all clean. This is the top, so it's gonna go like this when I put it back together. But yeah, we're making good progress. It's all clean. This thing is gonna have a spotless new container, which will be very nice, honestly. This was kind of beyond time to be needing to be done, apparently. It goes together with these little clips, by the way. Thankfully I noticed them, otherwise like I don't think I would have thought that I could open this, so I'm very, very glad that I can. But yeah, oop, this one's not quite in yet. I need both hands, but yeah, it just goes together very easily, thankfully, and now I know it can come apart, which is very exciting. I have to be very careful because these little guys are under me, but these little guys have just kind of been sitting in a cup of water, but everything is completely completely spotless, and honestly it looks really nice. So yeah, I'm glad that I did that thoroughly. This little one is the original plant, so I just kind of put it up here on a pedestal. I still need to give it some water, but it's up here in the center. This is the one that I have been previously rooting, and I'm gonna put this guy back in here now. There you go, sweetie. You actually have some room for your roots now. Wait, why aren't you standing up? There you go. Might actually get some water coming out of the little waterfall thingy. And your turn, little one. It's gonna be your first time. Hang on, I need both hands for this one. It has a few more leaves on it than the other one does. I guess I don't need that little thing right now to help them stand up because they're not very tall yet. I don't need that. There we go. That made life easier. Yay, that little one's in there. That's the new one. That's the remaining of the original piece, like that was closest to the roots, and this is the one that I propagated last week. So yeah, it looks really weird not having anything like be super tall and full. I guess I can lower the light actually. There, now that's a little bit closer to them. I can probably bring it down a little bit more honestly, but I think that's okay, mostly because I don't want this little one to get burned. But yeah, that made a big difference. And now I need to clean my counter again because it got very dirty. And also my little turtle has been a lot of help. It's been holding on to that little tomato for me that fell off. And I need to get these guys and the other one that is up there that is in soil some water and find a spot for these little ones, and then I'm all done. And then I just need to clean up the floor again, put everything away, and I can knit. Okay, that's a lot of plants. But it's very fun. These tomatoes will all look, well, these aren't tomatoes, these little ones are the colorful leaves, but all the rest of the tomatoes will look really, really rough here in the next couple of days, but hopefully they'll be okay. But I am planning on bringing a few of them outside because that's a lot of tomato plants now. And the original is up there on the pedestal, so I think it's cute up there. So I'm gonna leave it up there for however long it does well, and then hopefully I might be able to put it into the sunshine. I don't know, maybe it'll just like it up there or just in front of it once it gets too tall. But maybe it'll just like it there forever. But yeah, that that was a lot more work than I was expecting it to be, but absolutely needed. Yeah, that was kind of a mess, but I'm glad that I did it. Good luck, everybody. That is a lot of plants. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me finish up cleaning and then I will start knitting. Oh, and by the way, I didn't feel like vacuuming, so I just kind of used a wet paper towel and picked up the dirt like that. Was it the easiest way? No, but it worked. Oh, and by the way, the little colorful leaves that I brought over here yesterday are over on the desk where I wanted to put them, and they are doing very well. As you can see, they're kind of starting to turn to the sunshine, so I think they're gonna be okay over here. And also you're a little bit crooked, so let me fix that. There you go. That was easy. And yeah, I was able to get all of that done today, which was a lot more than I was expecting. What is happening here? It was a lot more than I was expecting with that tomato, but I'm really glad that I got that all done because apparently that was way more necessary than I thought it was. So hopefully the little plants will do well and be healthy. Right now, because of all of that, we probably won't be getting as many tomatoes for a little while, but that's probably okay. A break won't be a bad thing because we have had a lot. I brought in another 3 from the garden today, so yeah, we have a lot of tomatoes. And also the one that is on the little turtle's head back there that I need to put with the other ones. So we have 5 more tomatoes already. And yeah, so I don't think a break from a bunch of tomatoes will be a bad thing. We will be getting a lot of basil now. I can't believe how much everything is growing this year and how well everything is doing right now. It's very exciting because for a long time I did not do very well with any plant that I tried growing, but this year we seem to be, you know, doing a pretty okay job. I don't know what the difference is, but I'm grateful for whatever it is. Actually, you know what? I think I know what the difference is. It's because you guys are helping me this year, and just having your company and everything, I think has been, you know, what's been helping all the plants. But yeah, besides taking care of all of those tomatoes, which took, how long did that take? Oh, I have my watch off. I think it probably took like an hour and a half to do all of that, so it took a really, really long time. I was honestly just expecting to trim and then stick them in the soil and then give them some water, and that was it. I was not expecting it to be that involved. So yeah, that took a long time, but even with getting all of that done, I still was able to get my room completely cleaned. It feels amazing again. The bathroom counter was clean for about 5 minutes and then it got dirty again, but it's clean again. So technically I cleaned the bathroom twice today, which is pretty impressive. I almost vacuumed twice today, but I really didn't want to do that again. So that's why I just used the paper towel on the floor and got what I could. I'll get the rest of it eventually, I'm sure. So besides that, that was my entire day, just cleaning and taking care of my plants, which was a lot, but not much at the same time, if that makes sense. Besides, like, obviously all of the normal stuff that I also do today, but yeah, busy day, but also kind of a relaxing day because taking care of plants and cleaning in a way is kind of relaxing. Some of the cleaning, like the bathtub, as you know, is not relaxing, but cleaning my bathroom countertops I very much enjoy for some reason. It's very satisfying. I think because the surface is really smooth, so I enjoy that. And also vacuuming carpet, I enjoy. Hard floor, I don't enjoy. It's very odd. I think, again, because you can actually see where you have been on the carpeting, which is also interesting because I prefer hard floors. I don't know, it's interesting, but yeah, I also enjoy vacuuming because when it's done, it just feels really, really good. And having everything put away is also always very nice. And it seems like our weather has kind of calmed down for at least a couple of days, which has been very nice. That storm last week was still a bit much, so I'm glad that we haven't had that again, but I don't think we're gonna be getting, like, it rained this morning, but I don't think it's gonna be like thunderstorming like it did for those few days for a while, which will be very nice. The garden and everything can get a little bit of a break from all of the rain because that was a lot. I know I still have a little bit more of this row to knit, but because I think I'm pretty sure all of the tomato stuff, it's gonna make the video a little bit longer. I am going to finish knitting the rest of this row real quick, and then I will knit the other one, and then I'll be right back to show you what the blanket looks like for today. So give me a minute or two. Almost done with the knitting, but not quite. But I was just thinking about the thing that I opened. What is that? I guess the tray where the plants sit. I don't really know what to call that. The thing with that had all the roots growing inside of it that thankfully I was able to open, because that would have been really bad if all of those roots started to rot. Yeah, that would not have been very good. So I'm very grateful that they actually designed that smartly so that it can be opened. But anyway, I was just thinking that would be like a great spot for fungus gnats to have been living. Thankfully, I didn't see a single bug in there, and yeah, I probably should have expected to see some, but no, there weren't any, not even like mold or anything, which very grateful for, because that could have been really, really bad. But yeah, that would have been like a perfect, maybe because the water moves through it too much that they weren't able to live in there. I have no idea, but I would think that would be a good spot for bugs to be living, but nope, there weren't any, so yay. Again, I think what I have been doing, like whether or not they could live in there, what I am doing to take care of the fungus gnats and the other things that I don't know how to say the name of, but I'll write them on the screen. They are all kind of going away finally. I only saw, the whole time I was doing the tomatoes, how many like fungus gnats did I see? Like maybe 2. So yeah, they are definitely getting under control, which, yeah, that was definitely a problem. Earlier in the spring, obviously, that's when they kind of like all come back to life, so they're everywhere. But now I think that if I can get all of them taken care of before winter and before they like go back to sleep, at least 90% of them, I will be very happy, because then they might not come back that much next year, and then I'll be able to get rid of them next year, and then I can finally have a room with no fungus gnats, and it would be amazing. And I was just thinking about that, and I wanted to share it because it was a random thought. Anyway, I am all done knitting. Well, I have 2 more stitches. Now I am all done knitting the blanket for today. And obviously, by the way, we were still using the yellow yarn because it's summer and it's nice and warm. And this is what it looks like up close. Again, it looks exactly the same as it has the past few days. And this, 1 second. Oops, I forgot it. My shoes are back there. I did put my shoes away earlier, but they are now back over here. So yeah, the ones that I wore earlier are back over here. But anyway, this is what the entire blanket looks like so far for the year. And I think with that is, sorry if you didn't like that noise. My nails caught the side of the water bottle and it's not the most pleasant sound. But with that, I think it's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here today and helping me take care of the tomato plant. Having your company was absolutely needed through that because I was a little bit stressed and worried, and obviously I still am, but I was scared to do it. So just having your company here was very, very helpful. So thank you so much for being here, just in general, but especially today because that was very, very needed. So thank you so much. And as for tomorrow, I don't exactly know what I'm going to be doing. I might bring one or two of the little tomatoes back there that I'm propagating outside. We'll see. I don't know for sure or not, but I would like to because I have one that did not make it, and I would like another one in a container out there. But what am I actually going to be doing tomorrow? I do not know at the moment. So we will find that out together. But yeah, just thank you so much for hanging out with me today and just being here. Yeah, just thank you so much, and I hope you have a good rest of your day today, no matter what you do for it. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you have a good day, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.